I have 2 grandsons and a granddaughter that are now in school. And the first new question that was asked when buying their backpacks was, do you want a bulletproof backpack? Do you want a bulletproof backpack? Was one of the questions in buying their backpacks for school.
Does anyone really honestly believe that when the Second Amendment to the Constitution was written, they envisioned the fear that would go through the minds of children who, after Connecticut, worry that some shooter will come in with a semi-automatic weapon and kill dozens of kids at one moment? That's the reality of gun violence today. That's one of the realities. This is unacceptable. America is better than this. There are many people in this great nation who are doing all they can to try to reduce the epidemic of shootings. Parents, community leaders, teachers, faith leaders, law enforcement, the medical community, and public officials. But what are we doing in the United States Senate? The answer is nothing. Nothing.
After each of these heartbreaking events, families in Washington State ask me, why does this keep happening? And why can we not stop it? And the answer is the same every time. We can't stop it because Republicans, led by Leader McConnell, and now President Trump, won't let us.
Gun violence has becoming the new normal in America. It certainly has happened in Arizona, Madam President. But we do not have to live in a country where mass shootings occur in our schools, our houses of worship, our movie theaters, our playgrounds, our stores, our community gatherings and festivals and concerts and nightclubs, and at Congress on your corners. Madam President, I'm speaking to you and to every other Republican in this chamber. I can poll your state for you. I can ask every NRA member in America, do you support universal background checks, banning large magazines, military-style weapons, leave them in the hands of military members, not someone who walks into a store and buys it because he wants to shoot large numbers of people in minutes and seconds? That's what's happening in America today, and I'd like you to look up, because I have to say, this is something all of us should be caring about, especially from Arizona, where my dear friend Gabby Giffords was shot for doing her job, where a young girl showed up at a Congress in her corner to meet her congresswoman and died. It's not okay. The time for turning a blind eye is over.
There is no one else to do this job but us. The House has done their job. Donald Trump can't make up his mind about anything. Maybe he'd like us to send him the background checks to help him make up his mind about what he can do for the American people. But I can tell you this, our kids can't do this. They're too busy. They are in school. They're trying to learn reading and try to learn math. They should not be asked to try to figure out how to stop these mass shootings in this country.
Forget the money from the NRA. Forget all of the spending which they make. Let us not put a price on the lives of 34,000 Americans who died just last year, on top of the lives of those who died the year before and the year before, and those who are part of a preventable epidemic in our country for next year, and the year after, and the year after, in the future. I say it's time for us on this floor to ensure that NRA stands for not relevant anymore in American politics, in senatorial politics, that the doors are open, that the legislation can come down, that we can have a full debate here on the Senate floor after all that we have learned.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.